Hello Aries, and welcome to Sincere Tarot. This is your What Do You Need to Know for March 2021 tarot reading, and your theme is the Fool. I often think the Fool can sometimes represent your sign, even though you're often represented by the Emperor, because you are the child of the zodiac, and the Fool is 0, and it also can represent a child. It can also represent, taking a big risk and, just having that trust in the universe that children still have, but so many of us adults lose as we get older. All right, so let's see. What does Aries need to know for March? So let's see what that's all about. Interesting. Ooh. Holy moly. You have got some very intense, this is very intense what's going on right now, because you've got more than half of the deck, or the layout, at least with this first layer, is major arcana cards. So this is what's happened in the past leading into what you need to know for March. And we've got the Wheel of Fortune, which, by the way, in this deck is held by the Emperor, because many people used to think that back in the day that the Emperor, maybe some people still do, or whoever the ruler was divinely guided by God, or a representation of God on the earth, so had that divine connection. Anyways, so with the Wheel of Fortune in the past, something in the recent past leading into your energy right now for this month is very unexpected. It's some karma. So depends, have you got good karma or not so good karma, because everything's coming back. And I would say that there's some things that you're some secrets that are having to come to light, or it could be part of your shadow, because right now you are being represented as the High Priestess. And I feel like this is a very, this is a keeper of secrets, but also very intuitive. And it's the female, we've got the High Priest, but the Priestess is almost like where all ideas and creativity is birthed from. Also the keeper of the Akashic records, everything that has happened. Something just moved. That kind of freaked me out a little bit. Interesting. I don't even know what it was that moved on my little altar over there. But everything that has happened, will happen, and is happening right now. So I feel like you may be very intuitively guided, and you might not necessarily feel that on the surface, but I feel like you might be listening a lot more to your intuition. And what you need to know about is we've got the Magician. So I feel like the Magician, because it is, it's almost like split with how it is, complemented a bit positively. And also there's a bit of struggle though. I feel like, okay, I'm just going to show you all 3 cards right now that represent the present moment. Okay, so this is you, this is what you need to know, and this is the energy in between, okay? And in between we've got Revelation, which is also Judgment. It also is represented as Judgment in other decks, okay? And we've got the Magician. So I feel like you've really woken up, at least on a very spiritual level. They're all major arcanas, by the way, to the fact that, I feel like creating your own reality and creating the life that you want, for the most part, is done subconsciously and under the surface. And I think you've really had a revelation about that. Just a lot of the automatic thinking, a lot of the things that we don't think about, the things potentially that we ignore, has been, you've had a real wake-up call and revelation that, whether it's good or bad, that's what's driving your reality right now. And it must have been something really unexpected must have happened in the past for you to really wake up about that. And to be honest, I think it could be the whole, world lockdown. That's, woken a lot of people up, and the response to it. So this is cool. The outcome is we've got the Page of Wands. So I feel like, this is also can represent a child as well, which can represent, and it's like the first step in a new territory. And it's also listening to your intuition, because wands represent intuition, and also you are a fire sign. So I feel like you're going to have bravery and really step into something new, something unfamiliar, and you're going to have a lot of hope about it. This is going to be something that you do love. It's very important. And there also may have been a male in your life that or a male energy that kind of influenced you to go in that direction. But regardless, this is something very heartfelt to you, but now you're actually stepping into that new territory. I'm going to pull some clarifiers in a moment, but I feel like you're kind of done with the stress, because what you need to know is being aspected by the Ten of Swords, and this can also be an advice card in this layout, but I feel like you're kind of done with the thought pattern of the way that things used to be, the way that you used to think, like an old belief system. It's just too stressful for you. Like, if you've been feeling a lot of stress lately, just know that those thoughts are not necessarily reality. Most of the stressful and negative thoughts that we have are either, you know, thinking about things that already happened and we can't change, or anxiety about the future of things that can't happen. Most stressful thoughts that we have are not about the actual stress itself, which is in the moment. And I think it's almost like you're going to kind of give up in that way. But also it could be, for some of you, because this is a general reading, some of you might be woken up to someone who was very deceitful, or an organization also that was, it might not be yourself, it could be an aspect of yourself that you're waking up to, but it could be someone else or an organization that is very deceitful and really stressed you out, and it's like you're just kind of done. You're like, you know what, this has run its course. I can't keep stressing about this. I can't keep arguing about this. Let's get some, and I think you're really going to wake up to that. And I think, yeah, even though it's what you know, because you know, your energy is the Fool, I feel like you're just going to be like, you know what, I would rather take a new risk in a new territory that I have no idea what's there than stay in the situation of before. Because it's like this person, situation, or aspect of yourself, it's like you've woken up to certain parts of it, and once you have awareness about certain parts of a situation or whatever this represents for you, you know, you can never really ignore it. So all right, let's get some clarification cards for Aries. Cool. Oh, wow. Got 2 aces so far. All right, so I feel like whatever it was that, you know, kind of shocked you, or whatever this karma was in the past, if this is about a person or a situation, it was like, that was deceitful, it could be evidence, like physical evidence that you can't ignore. But if this is, you know, good luck, it was actual good luck. Like, you get the contract, you get the raise, you get the loan. Like, aces are yeses, and they're in the physical. You know, you get the good test result, whatever it is. And this is this was a gift. This was a gift from the universe, because you deserve it. Okay. Even if what really surprised you and happened in the past leading into this, whether it seems good or not good, like, it is a gift from the universe to await for your awareness, because you're much more aware of the situation. I think one of the things that is that's really changing about you is you're really tapping into some self-love, and really realizing that you do need to kind of dive deep to really be able to truly love yourself. And that's what's in there. Like, sometimes when we've got skeletons in our closets, we're afraid to go and face our fears, but you know what you're going to find is that you've just got an untapped well that you're beginning to tap into now, of just endless love, and that's amazing. So again, general readings, I feel like something that this could represent a few things, right? It could represent that, you know, either a part of you or someone that you know has a drinking problem, or a substance abuse problem, or partying with other people and women and things like that, and they've lied about it. Or it could be that you really need to have that connection. You really need community. You really need people that you love and care about to celebrate and experience joy with, and that's so essential. Okay. And the energy of rejuvenation is being aspected by the Knight of Wands. So if this is about another person, it could be about someone who is unfaithful, or someone who bulldozes. And this to me can, when it's negatively aspected, but then I'll say the positive, because you really need to, these are again general readings, you need to listen to your intuition about how this resonates most deeply with you. But if this is another person, or it could be an aspect of yourself that you're really waking up to, this Knight of Wands represents someone who is, they will act on their inspiration straight away, which, you know, when positively done, it means that they're an amazing artist, an amazing creator, and really tapped into their intuition. But then sometimes they can sometimes just like say and do things without thinking about how it will affect, and acting on it before even thinking about how it will affect other people in their lives. So this could sometimes be, for example, like a male partner or someone who is a cheater, because, you know, they'll, you know, see someone that they like, and this can obviously be female as well, but it's like a masculine energy. And this could be what the revelation is about, but it could also be, so it could be someone who just kind of does exactly what they want and be like, oh, well, it just felt right to me in the moment. And so that's their justification, even though it's like really hurtful to people in their lives that care about them and love them. But then also this could be waking up to your inner creativity, and that you've got a drive to create and be an artist and just, you know, act on inspiration, right? So the outcome, I feel like, is going to be, the outcome, we've got the Page of Wands, and I feel like you are going to kind of kick yourself in the butt before you even get a proper start, because like this is the main card, okay? So this is the one that's more influential, and it's being aspected by this Five of Cups, disappointment. I feel like you must be the type of person that is like, I need to, and I can be like this too, honestly, that you need to just accomplish things and be good at things straight away, even though you're brand new at them. And then if you're not 100% perfect at it straight away, you will kick yourself in the butt. So I feel like you really need to realize that even if you get halfway to where you want to be when you're brand new in new territory, trying something new, or a new relationship or a new project, creative project, you know, I feel like you're your worst self-critic, and you're so disappointed because you don't get things done straight away. But you need to understand that you are new at this, and you have to be a bit more gentle with yourself. I think you're done with disappointment, so this is really good. You're done with disappointment. You're just like, I'm fed up with, you know, and so this is a 10, and even though it looks, you know, difficult, it's 10s are the end of a cycle, and what you don't see, and also swords are more like thoughts and words, so they're not actual real physical harm necessarily, but man, it can drive you crazy. But what you don't see, this is a surrender. You're like, okay, I give up going in this direction with this belief system, with the arguing or whatever it was, right? And when you finally surrender, there's this fire cat in the background which is born, and it's going to create like so many amazing opportunities that you never would have had if you didn't just give up. It's like things needed to get this hard for you to actually surrender to the situation, and once you do that, you're going with the flow and allowing, you know, better things to come. Sometimes resisting something, what you resist persists, and when you give up resisting something, that actually allows it to go away and create a new start. But you're done with disappointment. This could be relationships. So for example, some of you're done with deception and people lying to you in relationships, or it could be you're done with having like substance abuse and maybe negative people and partying stopping you from manifesting, and in your belief system stopping you from manifesting the life that you want. It could be like waking up to your own inner power. And, but yeah, I do feel like this is going to get you to have a fresh new start in a particular aspect of your life. And this is interesting. I've got to clarify this once more. Okay, I feel like a lot of this comes from your parents. So you're being aspected by these three cards, mainly the King of Cups and then the Queen of Wands. And then I would just kind of ask, okay, like, who are these people? Like, because are they people or are they an institution or whatever? And then we had the Lovers. So I feel like you are, what you might actually be really learning about yourself is the way that your relationship with yourself has a lot to do with your relationship with your parents, and you know, or whoever your primary caregivers were. And I think that's what you're really waking up to, because you know, so many of us when we're growing up, we're like, I'm not going to be anything like my parents, or maybe we do want to be a little bit, but we don't want to be completely like our parents. I think that's how most people are. But then when we are like rejecting those aspects of ourselves and those certain relationship dynamics, and we push them away, and then we don't look at them, but then they're still there because we're not actually reflecting. And I think you might kind of be waking up to that and finding a balance of the masculine and the feminine, because I feel like there might be a little bit of an incompatibility within you because of that, which might kind of manifest as incompatibility with certain relationships in your life. You might pick people, but it's not necessarily just romantic. It could be romance, friends, it could be just an aspect of yourself, but it could be also incompatible, you know, jobs. Like, for example, you want to be, deep down, you want to be a singer, but you're like choosing, do something safe, like be an accountant. There's nothing wrong with that, right? I'm just saying that as an example of like, people can pick incompatible lives for themselves as well. So, all right, let's get some advice for this situation. Yeah, we got him. All right. So, the first advice card is we've got the 10 of Wands. Again, you expect too much of yourself, and you expect yourself to carry the weight of the world without any help, and that is ridiculous. I'm just saying, that is not self-loving, that is self-hating. Like, there are so many people on this planet. Ask some people for help, okay? Ask for help. Or you might really genuinely want to think, like, if I'm feeling really exhausted about a particular aspect of my life, maybe you should just stop beating a dead horse. That's what it's saying. All right, so the second advice card, we've got the 2 of Wands. So once you've stopped beating a dead horse, it's time to replan and regroup. You know, you do have a new idea of where you want to go creatively. Anyways, yeah, and then just kind of think about like where you want to go in this new direction of your life long term. The third advice card, we've got the Justice card. So you might want to really take a step back and observe this objectively from an emotionally detached point of view. And if it's a relationship, then you might want to almost like kind of observe it from a logical point of view, not emotional. Because come on, you know a lot of people who are like, oh, I love him so much. But then they're just like horrible for each other, you know? So anyways, just because you care about someone and love someone doesn't mean you're compatible. And that's kind of can sometimes be the same for a job. Like, someone might love a particular job, but the shift work is really incompatible with their life, you know? And also, if there's any like legal issues, you might want to get some legal advice. That's what that can mean sometimes. The fourth advice card, we've got the Princess of Pentacles. So start taking baby steps in this new direction. So you want to go in a new direction, and you want to start not just like thinking about it or talking about it. You want to start actual physical action, okay? But be a bit open. That could literally be anything from, you know, writing a schedule, or like writing a goal list, or sending an email, making a phone call, stuff like setting up a bank account, like just the very beginning steps. It could even just be like research, like actual research. If you'd like a private reading, send me an email or check out my website. That is all in the description below. You can also follow me on social media, and I do monthly and mid-monthly readings, so definitely make sure you're subscribed, and, you know, hit the notification bell, comment below. I love reading your comments. And if you're still here, secret bonus card, ooh, 2 of Wands. There may be a little bit of a waiting game that you'll have to play with someone. Things might be on hold, so just do your best to try and accept that you might have to wait for the answer that you want. Everything comes in divine timing. Have a great month. Bye.